Hey, what is going on, everybody? Boilon here, and today we have a bonanza of events that are going to be launching tomorrow at 2 p.m. We have somewhere like 4 events, including 2 main events that we need to go over today in this video for Milestone Math because they're very important. Not only do some of them include INVADERS shards that you're going to want to have, but in general, this is going to help you get towards the end of the month-long event for Union Jack, and we're going to go through all of that and how you're going to get there. Now, some of the events we have a little bit less details about. Some of them we have more details about. Unfortunately, the blog only revealed so much, but we're going to try and navigate this together, and hopefully by the end of the video, you're going to have a better understanding of what you're going to need to do. So if you're ready to go, everybody, then let's boil this down. Now, before we get started, I want to kind of bring you guys back to my monthly tally of the month of April. This is where I kind of just, fill in the charts, fill in the blanks of all of the events that we have this month, just so that we have a better understanding of how close we are to the 750K. Now, every single month we pretty much do, but I just want to kind of make sure that we're on top of that they didn't screw us, or, that we're kind of on pace. Now, based on all of the events that we have so far, there's only a few things that are missing, and I hope we get there. So we don't have the information for Immortal Invaders, which is the Iron Fist World War II unlock event, and we don't have the Quick Rumble, the final Quick Rumble numbers for that, and one of the free, it should be the same, but Free Claim Friday for, I believe, this coming Friday and the Friday after. So there's actually going to be 5 weeks because this event started a little bit before the beginning of April. So so far we're at about 683K. This does not mean that you will have 683. It's just that with all of the information that we know right now, that's where things sit. So just to be clear about that one. But let's get started. There's a lot of events to cover. We're going to be going this systematically, one by one. And the first thing that I want to talk about is Shopping Spree. Now, you might have seen this in the blog post here, and I talked a little bit about this because this is going to involve opening gold orbs. This is also, unfortunately, the cash grab Quicksilver leaderboard that you're going to, only the top 150 realistically are going to be getting any red stars for him. But don't worry, at some undisclosed time in the future, there is going to be Quicksilver in the Dark Promotions store that you're going to be able to buy if you happen to have bought offers for him on this coming Friday when he gets released. Then you'll be able to get red stars for him at a later stage, because 150 is not a lot of people to get red stars for Quicksilver. Now, this one's going to be a little bit of a weird one because you're going to be getting points through spending some of your existing currency that is outside of spending gold or opening gold orbs. So you do get a big chunk of points for opening gold orbs, but you are going to get milestone points by spending power cores, gold, raid credits, or war credits, and a variety of offers that you're going to find in the offers tab, but you're going to have to look here for that. So I don't know what's going to show up yet. I might do an additional video if I see things that are worthwhile. I may post it on my Discord channel on my announcements section. So do keep peeled there. Do keep your eyes peeled for that. I don't know what kind of format I'm going to be doing that on necessarily, but if I see things that pop out that everyone should jump on, then I'll probably post it in Discord announcements first anyways to get it out to people. So it's going to be a little bit of a confusing event. So total milestone points required for this event is 200,000. That being said, you may or may not get there. It depends on how many gold orbs that you have to open, and also depends on what the milestone points in these offers are even worth. We don't really know, and so therefore I can't really calculate in good faith about what this is going to require other than what you could do with just gold orbs. So you need 40,000 points to get the event item for this, and I do have the table up here listed. You can kind of see it up here. So the tactical belt here is at milestone 16, which requires 40,000 points. There is also a 5 red Iron Man if you so need at 65,000 points, and the rest of it is just gold promo credits and T4 ability materials and some blue 4 ions. So this isn't super a big deal. I would endeavor to try and get to the 40K so you can get the event item, and maybe the 65K if you still need that 5 red Iron Man for your Bionic Avengers, I suppose, at this point. So going back to the numbers again, if you just want the 40K, that's just going to be 20 gold orbs. So do you have the 20 gold orbs? orbs? Well, hopefully you have been farming this on a daily basis like I have. So where would you go and do that? If you go into the hard modes, I've mentioned this in the past before, but if you farm the Morbius node now on hard mode chapter 7, Echo on chapter 5, and Anti-Venom on chapter 4, then that'll give you about 1,200 gold orb fragments every single day. That's also, and you know what, I'm just going to do that now because I can do that. And if you do these 3 nodes, you'll get quite a bit. Also, you get your Greek gold orbs daily as well, so you're getting probably close to about 2 gold orbs a day just from doing this kind of stuff. There's also gold orb fragments in your milestone orbs as well, so make sure you open those too. So hopefully this isn't too hard for you to do, and I've mentioned this beforehand for you to be able to save. So hopefully you're ready for that. Otherwise, we're reliant on whatever milestone points we can scrounge up from the other offers. I hope that this is not too bad. I've been told, by community manager Archangel that you should be able to get the event item by only opening 1 gold orb a day. That's what he said. So you need to open 5 gold orbs minimum, plus do some of the other offers via raid credits or war credits throughout this event. That's what I'm told. We'll find out if it's more shit as time goes on, though. And all of these do start tomorrow. I can't believe so many of them are starting. Now, we have Radioactive Run. This is going to be a web milestone, I'm pretty sure, and that one's this one here. This does not give you event stuff, though, so there is no event items, there's no event currencies or anything like that, but you do get additional gold and some orange and teal catalyst stuff. It's not super, super important, but it is pretty easy to do, so the math is here. It is 48,000 milestone points. You get 10 points per ISO 8 energy spent. This is basically the table for ISO 8 energy. Realistically, how much you can get. So 360 from your time-based energy. That's because you do get, I think it's 1 energy per 4 minutes, not 5 minutes. You get free refreshes, you get free ISO pack once a day, and up to 3 more additional packs, whether that's cores or your own. And so, just like for Coordinated Assault, I often save these ISO packs, so you can use that towards this starting tomorrow, and that's going to really help you push further on that. And so if you do all of this, then you'll get about almost 11,000 points per day over 5 days. That's 54,000, and that's over the amount of milestone points that you need to finish this. So this one is not a problem. This is pretty easy. I believe this is a web milestone, but I would double check that. It doesn't really, so you'll be able to clear this no problem. The third one, though, and this is what we actually, before we get a special offensive, we need to talk about Force of Nature. So that one is down here a little bit, and this is for the Earth Day event. This is starting on the same time as well, but it's a bit unclear as to how hard it's going to be. That being said, so if you look here, the event item is actually the very last milestone. Now, how do you get points for this? Well, because my stupid frame kind of cuts that off, and I know people hate that. Down here it says earn 1 Green Guardian Orb Fragment from Alliance donations. So Alliance donations is 1, daily objectives is 2, and daily free claims is 3. So daily free claims will be on the web store. Daily objectives will just be your day-to-day stuff that you can claim, and then Alliance donations will be most likely spending power cores. The 5th box is probably what you're going to need to do. So I've talked about the 5th box before, and you basically need to do, well, they're just claiming it automatically, but in order to get this 5th box here, you do need half of your Alliance to donate 50 cores. So very likely that you're going to want to do this because the fragments will probably be in there. Whether or not you actually need this 5th box to clear the event, I don't know, but the fact that the event item is at the end, I'm assuming that it's probably not going to be that difficult. At least that's what I'm hoping. And then you're going to get some phase mix for some costumes. I don't even know what costume this is for, frankly. But yeah, other than that, hopefully it's not too difficult because this is the other main event item that is going to be required for this. This is the first time we've ever had 2 main event items, so Forces of Nature and a Shopping Spree. But believe it or not, this is actually not the most important thing that's going on right now. It's actually Special Offensive, and what I like to call sometimes the Specially Offensive event. Now, this is a 4-day event, not 5 days, but this contains Cap World War II shards, which are going to be super important because we have low stars currently free to play on Cap, but also if you want to push a little bit further and get some Bucky shards, it might be possible, but otherwise the Kang shards, which is at the end pretty much, is a Whalestone. Even the Bucky shards are a little bit sketchy, to be honest, and it's going to be a little bit challenging to get that, in my opinion. Also, if you do not hoard your raid credits, I'm pretty sure I mentioned this on Friday when we did the blog post, but yes, you need to make sure that you have hoarded your Alliance raid season raid credits. If you did not, good luck. good luck for you getting anything more than the cap shards, because you need these raid credits that are in there, because it converts so significantly. So my hats, or my condolences to anyone who may have claimed this early, but this is super important for the points. And it's really disappointing actually how much value that has, because this is worth about a good 25,000 milestone points. You get 2 per raid credit, but the amount of hoarding that's involved in this that you get for this is quite a bit. I believe it's like 12,000 or whatever is down below. We'll take a look at that. But also you get 7 points per campaign energy, so that's going to be really important as well. So campaign energy and raid credits, but because it's earn raid credits, that is crucially important that you get to save any raid credits, including not only just the raid season milestones, but of course, I shouldn't have to say this by now, but all of your Doom 3s, as many Doom 3s. This is 5,200 for me at 60% Doom 3.3 or 3.4 3.3. I forgot where we were, but I have so many of these that I'm saving up, and you need to too, and hopefully everyone has been able to do so, or at least been able to save a handful of them before going into this event. So we're going to take a look at what you're going to get from hoarding that. So down below, just to recap, the amount of points that you get from campaign energy and how much campaign energy you get per day is approximately 1,100. So I've gone through this table before. I'm not going to explain this again. Total points from this, multiply this by 7, you get about 7,750, and then multiply this by 4 days is about 31,000. So 31,000 is the kind of subtotal for campaign energy just based on 50 core refreshes. That's 200 cores daily. Now, the scenario, I say scenario 1, but really this is just the only scenario because you kind of need to hoard. It's unfortunate. But you get 15,000 raid credits. So in terms of points, that's actually worth 30,000. It's a lot. And we're gonna add that up later on. But 15,000 raid season credits saved, and then up to 7 Doom raid inboxes is 34,300. Now this is based on 4,900. I believe this is based on a figure of Doom 3.1 or 3.2. So this is not a strictly how much you're gonna get. This is kind of an average, but nonetheless, it's still a lot. These two together is about 50,000. Now doing 4 days worth of raids daily, you're getting, if you do 8 Doom nodes and 10 Greek nodes, your Doom 3 nodes rather. You're going to get about 2,500 or 10,000 over 4 days, and then the payout 4 more days of that is an additional 20,000. So you add up all 4 of these, the hoarding and the stuff on the days, multiply all of this by 2, and you get about 158,000 raid credit points total. That's just all of this multiplied by 2. That's a lot, 160,000. So that's going to get you the cap World War II shards. Those are really, really important there. And then you can add this on with the energy stuff. So you can see that the amount of points that you get from the raid season, the raid hoarding, the raid credits, it's significant. It's like 80%. Versus the energy is only worth about 20% of the total milestone points. But nonetheless, add the 31K plus the 158K, and you're getting about 190,000 rounding up, reasonable points. And what I say by reasonable points is that this is like probably what I'm going to get. This is not, you could get more, you could get less, depending on what you would normally do in Doom raids, how many nodes you push, how much energy that you spend if you're someone who, does 100 core refreshes, for example. Not that I'd personally recommend it that much. You might be able to squeeze some of these points up more. You might be able to get more raid credit points, what have you. So this does get you to the World War II shards for cap, which is really, really important, but this does not get you to the level that you need for Bucky and Kang. So that should be to be expected. That being said, you need about 40,000 more points or so to get Bucky shards. Now, what I don't know, of course, is free claims, right? Free claims are a thing. It's not usually that big, but there could be some additional points that may probably not bridge that much of the gap, but it could maybe bring you close enough where maybe if you wanted to push for that, maybe it's possible. On the record, I'm just going to say it's probably not that, and you'd probably need to buy stuff to get this, like some offers to really reach there if you want those extra 30 Bucky shards, but you should definitely endeavor to get the 20 cap World War II, because I don't know about you, but I'm only sitting at a 3-star cap, and I just wanted to kind of go over, I don't know why I went to my gain there. I need to go over the special offensive chart, and I just want to share with you, kind of what you get. So right here at milestone 25, this is the 20 cap World War II shards, and after that, that's where things get a little bit whaley. Actually, things get whaley about, I would say about milestone 28, 29, and 30, and you do get some dark promo credits. There's like 275 in these 3 milestones alone. There's an Elite 5 orb, 30 Bucky shards, 30 Kang shards, and some blue 4 ions. So that's what you're missing out if you don't manage to get there. But other than that, you know, that's pretty much everything. There's 4 events that are running. The shopping spree, just to recap, we have the shopping spree event, and that's going to be, I don't have all of the details, but if you have a lot of gold orbs, you're going to have no problems with this anyways. But there may be some valuable offers in here we'll have to see. The Forces of Nature, this is the other item event, which hopefully you just be able to complete by doing your daily objectives and donating 50 cores. Hopefully it's not super painful. Radioactive Run Web Milestone, this is your ISO 8 energy, which again, this isn't too bad as long as you're doing kind of your 50 core refreshes or ISO pack equivalents for 5 days. Bionica Barrage, this is Quick Rumble, so don't worry about that. And the Special Offensive, you know, and so this is just, there's a lot of stuff going on of almost every facet of the game. I have to say, though, I still hate hoarding events. But I hate it because if you're one of those people who accidentally click this read and claim all button, then you kind of get screwed for things like the Special Offensive. And that's just not good. It's not good when the amount of points that you get for hoarding is actually quite significant. Whereas if you didn't actually do this, then you would be a lot worse off, I'd have to say. So, you know, this, for example, the 34,000 from the raid inbox, times it by 2, that's 68k. And then 15k by 2, that's 30k. So this is worth about 98,000 points of this hoarding. So I said down here, the subtotal is 158. If you subtracted 98k, that's 60k left over. So 60k plus this, the energy, is only 91k. You can't even get cap World War II shards if you don't hoard. And that's the worst part of it, is that if you're not able to do that, no cap shards for you. And so basically they said that if you don't hoard, you get punished for that. And I don't like that. That's the worst part about this game for events, is when you get kind of screwed for not doing so. And we need something to change in the future. In my opinion, I think it's not great for the game. But that's just my opinion. Let me know in the comments down below. I really hope that this helps you kind of get a better idea of what you need to do for these events coming up, because there's a lot of them and it may be a bit overwhelming for some people. That's the end of this video, everyone. And until next time, stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you all later. Boilon signing out.